Jackson Street. Adams Street. Hudson's Crossing Park is just down yonder. There's this big fat oaf. Probably like 6'2". I'm a terrible judge of vertical height. But he was tall guy, fat, idiot. Little chubby little daughter, who I feel sorry for. He has this tiny little puppy. The thing is 3 months old. He is so excited to be around. Like, look at this vibrant atmosphere. There's dogs around. There's people who are going to tell it how absolutely beautiful it is. This dog's it's like the first steps around. And of course, he's around me. These fat morons. Oh, it just so before I get to that, at this same corner, some balding white, scrawny, pimple dick white guy, like this ugly, terrible shade of, not like George Costanza's balding. It's like this general, just like patchy discolorment through like lack of hair. I don't give a shit about that. You're making fun of me for my like dancing or something. Like, idiot, you would never do that in front of women if they were between us. You would never give me that fucking just trump card smack down on the table. Hey, do you see that? That is such a big fucking plane that I can't find. You guys distort these things. That thing is a huge liner of some sort over the trees. You can just see it over the trees now, even still. But they make it camouflage. So let's try to do it from there. Not quite camouflage, but it's not picked up by your shitty cell phone camera, I can tell you that. Anyways, I just want to be like, that's what the men are like around here. They still are afraid of a homeless man. But this idiot, he comes around, this beautiful little puppy, in front of his daughter, in public. The dog is just like, this dog is 15 pounds, maybe. He's going to be a bigger dog, but right now it's like 15 pounds. Hey, okay, is that... Notice how that's directly over my head. This big fucking jet. Okay. I can't believe it. I can't believe you guys actually worked up the nerve to do that. Boy, it's like you're almost adults. Anyways, to both do something and prepare to acknowledge it. Like these faggots in the dark. Unlike these faggots in the dark. Anyways, fat boy. Fat boy. This dog has to be 15 pounds. This guy weighs literally 20 times. This dog might not even weigh, this guy's like probably 250, 275. This little dog is doing nothing to his enormous frame. He's just giving him a little jerk. And trust me, I know all about shoulder jerking from a dog. My shoulders are destroyed. And then walking for, however many years and years with my dogs without making them be disciplined. I'm not out there for me. I'm getting them some society. I don't want them at my heel. I want them to go sniff other things. It's like, would you, if you were a mom at the park, would you just like go there with your kid and then like make them sit next to you on the bench? Or would you say, get over to the fucking park? I don't want to see you. Go play. But like, for all intents and purposes, that's walking a dog. You let them go and not be in your apartment or in your house. You let them go smell the vibrant world that their nose picks up. They live in the olfactory world. Nose. That's the apex of dog. Apex of dog is olfactory. Apex of cat. Audio. Audio. What would that be? Sound. I don't know what the term is. Hearing. That's a hearing. Like an eagle is seeing. What do you think primate is? Do you think Primate is playing Xbox? Clicking mouse. It has to do with that. It's digital apex. Your phalanges are super developed. They have each one has a large chunk of brain region to intuit both its somatic sensation and to control it and to have it do specific things. Primates is carpal apex. Okay, this is just for me. I said I want no little rinky-dink planes. No, if that thing could run drugs from Cuba, I don't want it. I want Air Force 2 and over. Okay, that's who I want cycling me, Air Force 2 and over. But okay, so this idiot, Primates is carpal primacy, which is the most like. So you got these 10 little brains here. Your brain has to become really smart to coordinate. This is evolution. This is zoology. So this idiot, though, he I was just seeing if that's still me in the mirror. This, God dang it. Dag name it. I'm trying to get, it's not going to record the sound from where I had it. So this idiot, with the dog, like this dog, this little puppy could not have been 15 pounds. Yanks the shit out of its thing. This thing utterly submisses. This thing gets into utter submissive. Look at this idiot. Look at this idiot. I give a shit what you think. This dog is utterly submissive on the ground on his back, saying, I didn't know I messed up. I didn't know I messed up. This 275 pound, 6'2" primate has to then get over and lurch over and say, behave, after it's like, I'll behave. This is your modern idiot, and he shouldn't be allowed to go in public, let alone procreate, let alone have 2 little lives under its fucking care. What a worthless, ugly, fat dullard. This thing has too much power in this goddamn world. This ugly, stupid, fat moron dullard. Oh, I hate these idiot males. Ladies, you want me to clean up your society in the most just fashion? God damn it, let me give you the counsel and say, do you want this male around you? Because society's built around you. Society's meant, we were just zoology until we realized that if you don't protect females, they should get raped all the time, even though we have language, can speak. And it's like, do you know how long it took for her not just to become, like, you can't rape this thing? Yeah, but you know that's my property there. You just defiled my property. That was my daughter. That was my property. And now she's nothing because of what you did. You know, that's like the whole evolution of society is around giving women a chance too to not be at the subject of these fat, idiot, dullard, violent morons. AU 37995, that's twice this idiot has come by and tried skidding his little faggot tires. Do you see this rat-faced idiot? That's the same as big, violent, dumb, fat dullard. Oh, why do these things need to be suffered? They're ugly and obsolete. They've always been ugly, but like you don't even have to put up with them. Ladies, who do you think Jesus was talking about when he's talking about subject to the councils? You think he means he's going to give more power unto men who've always had power? No, ladies, you say society's built to protect you, to enforce a right that zoology didn't give you except for in your brain to go and develop this thing called law and order. You then just like thin the herd. Every place has a council of women, and you're not there to be compassionate. If this thing had been compassionate, it wouldn't be before you. If this thing wasn't a violent idiot and a selfish, just sweaty, ugly dipshit, it wouldn't be before you. We find your fat ass obsolete. 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 15. He's just mad to have to be in public and have to drag his daughter, who he is mad because looks like his little wife, who is there just to contribute to the pool and not because he found her his love of his life. Therefore, he's mad to be around. No one told this idiot except his idiot boss to come be around me. I certainly wouldn't say, hey, can I get one of your fattest, tallest, ugliest, lumbering fat idiot morons, please? Can you send him to me? Can you send me just that kind, please? Holy shit, I hate this local male. He's probably in the police or fire crews. Police, that would take some athleticism. I couldn't imagine that. Fire crews in here, like it's not a tryout. This isn't Chicago PD, ladies. This guy isn't carrying you out of the house and then carrying you right into Hampton bedroom because the insurance is giving you a free room anyway. The place just caught on fire. Not to say the firemen around here aren't capable and they're all fat and look at this, look at what they've done to me. Life's over. Life's over. Doesn't matter what I say. I can say anything. Life is over. Doesn't matter. Fat dullards have taken over everything. It's like, of course, I was supposed to be right now at a certain office. But it's Labor Day. It's Labor Day. So it's like I've been homeless since last... Wednesday officially, but last Wednesday morning, right, bright and early. It's like I tried going from having a place to now, the cop gives you 10 minutes. You got to take everything you're going to need to live on with no nothing. That is the compassion of your idiot police. Who the fuck gives a shit about these idiot police? Certainly not me. I could make their job obsolete. All you'd have to do is give me the funding. We're going to build a digital world here. We're going to have the best of the brightest come and develop us a system of nonstop public surveillance. Doesn't matter. It's not going to be in your house surveillance. You can still have your privacy. You're not just going to eliminate that. But it's like anywhere in the public domain, you can track what this guy just did right here, where he went, and look, he hasn't come out since. Then you just have someone go knock a summons. Okay, Drew. Okay, you're not getting away with anything, okay? Okay, Drew. Now, if you come out and you just hand him an envelope, you can come here and answer for why you just did that. Or they just have a crew armed with drones overhead to come and just this thing, and it's like a Kevlar little net. If it has to drag you in, it drags you in. But I mean, then this is no longer some haughty idiot thing with a judge. Let's all rise for, the robed non-thought who isn't there to think. He's there to just say, I approve, smash, thing adjourned. It's like, there is no then trial and guilt, trial and jury, judge, lawyers. It's just, we can see it right here. This is on camera. You did this right here. And all our camera footage sees that this woman went into her apartment, no one was there. And she hadn't come out. And now she goes, and no one else was there. Now, because of prior footage we watched prior to that, we know that no one was in there. You can even triangulate it from infrared above. It's so we know, we went over then the prior week and nobody was in that apartment and just not coming out. And now she's dead in there. And now, but we saw that you go in and no one else went in. It's there's no trial and jury. It's just, this is right there. That's why you just make it the most... It would have to be based on checks and balances of other perspective in the same untampered system. The only thing you have to fear is someone tampering your system. But if you make the thing reliant upon each part, so it's one part's compromised of your security structure. This part can't get to this part except that it went through this part, through like this part, which went through that part. It's not so hard. And then we wouldn't have to put up with fat, idiot, moron, sweaty, unfuckable, violent, emotionally primitive. And then I'm like, hey, how about you take it easy on the dog? And then he has to stand there and think, and he starts saying stuff like, and then by the end, you're lucky I'm with my kid. Otherwise I'd come over there and lay you out. I'm like, no, you're lucky you're with your fucking kid, fat pimple dick. Holy shit, I hate this local idiot male. £15, yanks the shit out of its neck. You know, like, I mean, so that everyone can make that mistake as a young man. Like, this dog you watch on a clothesline, on a leash, you don't even know that it's, like, literally in prison right there. You don't have the perspective to know that its perspective is just as emotionally intelligent as yours. Like, this thing just is the most social animal in the world, and you just leave it out in this line. It's such a cruel thing. But you watch it go back and wring its own neck 1,000 times. But it's doing it with its own coordination, and it knows how far this thing is, and it releases like in the last step to jerk the shit out of it. You're pretty much going to hang this goddamn thing. And right in front of your daughter. Like, you are so upset. All I would give in the world is to have some wife and a sweet little daughter. I get to go take this thing in public, this little girl, and teach her how to go make some man happy, how to like make people around her smile and be bright. It's like, I couldn't be in a bad mood. What, you get to hang out? What else would you rather be doing? I wouldn't do drugs. I might get, hey, baby, just stand outside the car for a second. Just because I like to be high and walking around. It gets me thinking about things. Hey, little girl, look at that. You see it? What do you see there? And then I would explain to I would say, do you think it's this? And I would give her a little perspective. And her little mind would be like, yeah, probably. Because kids are a lot smarter than people. Than grown people. Grown people are weighed down by everything. Even their very reasoning has to do with like, well, this guy wouldn't allow that. And this guy wouldn't, well, he would smash some guy's knuckles to make sure this didn't happen. And but this fat idiot dullard, 15-pound dog, in front of just this sweet little girl. You should see how happy the little girl is. I am like, I did this fucking girl a favor, humiliating her, lest she become mom and dad, because this fat, violent idiot isn't even taking pleasure in being around her. And she's so happy. She's bouncy like the dog. Look at this beautiful little dog. And she's with daddy. Why wouldn't she be just confident and like, this is where the people are. This guy comes into it with his faggot little brain and his ugly violence and his perverseness that he now has, they bring him around me just to be tense and irritable and easily provoked. This little girl doesn't deserve to have that kind of faggot dad. He's not taking any pleasure in being with who. What else would you rather be doing? Like, if I would rather have a wife and a little girl, and you couldn't make me in a bad mood. Like, oh man, I didn't think this was possible to have happiness. This thing, it's pulling teeth to be with both this beautiful little puppy and his sweet little girl who's so happy to be with daddy. Just to have daddy put that fucking dog in his place and don't add to this misery for me, says daddy, to be around his little girl and just some little puppy in public. I hate this local male with such a venom. They've made me a fucking genius. Because I just had to look and just see every shade of worthless shit wrong with this fat idiot. As I gotta go, there's a nice fountain up at the village hall. I've taken a bath there with a rag last 2 days and dipped my head to wash my hair. I forgot to take a comb. You have 10 minutes to grab everything you're going to need for the rest of your life. On a whim. It's just I hate, you police are cowards. You police, if you're not absolutely with everything I fucking say and you're one of the good ones, you are a disgusting fucking problem. And you are the tumor cells. Make this shithole unfunctionable. Trim your fat asses. That's what they bring. That's what they bring, this fat dullard. This fucking fat moron dullard. He's neither happy to be with this girl who loves him, or this little puppy who couldn't be about to have more fun. I'm not having fun. Don't make this more awful for me. That's what all these fat, angry morons are. What do they deserve anything in society for? Society doesn't want them around to come around and be angry, make things tense because they're the ugly duckling around who never grew into anything but a bigger, dumber, a more ugly duckling. So they're mad about it. This fat idiot who I fucking detest. And shouts across to me that like he's getting worked up in front of. So instead of having any semblance of grace in front of his daughter for his daughter's sake, to be like, hey buddy, how about you mind your own business? I understand I didn't look good. You know, thanks. Anything to not then escalate it and say, what? Yeah, you're lucky this little bitch is here. Otherwise, buddy, it'd be my pleasure to come and flatten you. Idiot, it is your greatest luck that your daughter, who's already too good for a man like daddy, is here with you to make sure you didn't just get fucking your face rubbed in shit like he would do to that puppy if it shat once on the fucking carpet because it didn't get taken out. And he's like, well, now I get to take my day out on you. That is your local man. That is your local idiot municipal man. A violent fucking dullard. That idiot talking to me through his windshield as he's looking to see if his wife is staring at this most shiny fucking male thing she's ever going to see. He is so vain. Oh. My every anger is based on how they treat other things than me. I went crazy because, like, I love these cats, and Johanna gets to snap one of their little wrists. Just like Daddy gets to face fuck daughter because she doesn't pay the bills. Oh, if you're confident enough right now when you're hot and 15 to go out and make it on your own. Otherwise, you're going to taste Dad's little sack at the same time as his shaft because they protrude out the same fucking distance. I hate these local males. They're disgusting. So I smoked my cigarette that I was already in the midst of. And then I brushed my teeth. Then I brushed my teeth, spat it on the ground. Still have this awful hair, which is disgusting. Oh, and they're jugging me. It's crazy. These two girls put a pizza near where I was. After giving blood, I collapsed and had to sleep a little bit in this place between the theater and the end of the plaza of Jewel Osco on the corner of Douglas and Route 30. So I collapsed in the midst of eating a sandwich that I had to make to not. I just gave blood and really dehydrated and starving. And then I wake up and there's this pizza box from Little Caesars next to me, and then the two girls walk by later. We gave you the pizza. Hey, thank you. As I'm eating a piece. That's sweet of you ladies, thank you. But it's drugged. I didn't eat a lot of it, but I ate that, and then later a piece, then maybe later another little piece. But then this morning, upon getting some sleep, I had like 3. And I really had to force it down just because I know I'm going to be hungry, and if I don't eat it now, I'm going to throw it away. It's like, well, I might as well eat those calories. You're going to use them anyway. And could not. It was like a tranquilizer effect, which weariness is still on me. But I just laid in the middle of Ron Clark Park. These things are totally not normal to my sleeping schedules, but I'm not doing the same narcotic thing. Except a little less coffee, much less coffee. Coffee is so integral, and I drink it so much less. This thing is a four ring machine. But they drugged it. They're under the guise of wanting, because I stayed up. Once they told me to leave the premises, that next day did as I would do, stayed up 60 hours, but then only got 6 hours sleep, if that, on some cement in Naperville. Just thinking, I'm just going to rest my eyes here for a second. And then woke up a couple hours later, and it was raining. So the rain woke me up. And then stayed up then for a long time. And then, but by 120 hours in, it's only like 8 hours of sleep. So then, like, we would be doing this for your benefit because we can see you need some sleep. Like, they go to all the trouble to know the circumstance of the homelessness and then to tranquilize. I mean, it seems very hypocritical. They want people to think that they care enough. They do not care enough. What's up, little guy? Turtles, all right, man. But so I know those were tranquil because like then in the park there, a couple times got up and like, I mean it's not like I'm loopy, I'm about to collapse like a drunkard. It's just like there is a really, boy, does gravity seem really restrictive today? So I mean, I can't just wait to. I was supposed to be. There's only a couple things I need to do, and even as a homeless man, you think, "No, you got nothing but time. You got no excuses. Go do those." Oh, Wednesday, you just have to take in the shock of knowing, okay, what is the go from? I mean, I've contemplated these things a lot too. So I mean, this was nothing I'm like afraid of. It's like, okay, now you're in the game, now you're in the situation. What is first things first? What are the hierarchy of needs? You know, it's not raining right now, so I don't have to get under shelter. Try to take inventory of what I was able to grab. Not nearly enough. But it's like, and COVID is still raging in the midst, and everybody has 8 hours in a day to get anything accomplished. Oh, and they still have control over, like, direct access. My enemies have direct access to my phone. Not just the police, which institution I do trust. Because there are both, I mean, it wouldn't even be an issue if they were all bad. It would be so present, it would be so abundantly obvious that the thing wouldn't still have any backers except for those who are in the families of those who get a paycheck doing it. But I mean, there has to be good and bad. And I know there's good because the stupid planes that you've seen in this video, why don't they just kill me? I've said this for years. And it's like I haven't done literary work in weeks and really with any focus for months now because I can't. Goes from one stupid drama to the next. First, these gays won't leave me alone. It's just, Johanna breaks my cat's little wrist. And then these fascists throw you out and give you 20 minutes. This big, dumb, dullard Moore. 20 minutes. It's like, you didn't give me any warning. Well, they want to prop it up. You know, they don't want to give you much warning. Sure, unless you're going to be spiteful in this thing's house that you're getting kicked out of. Sure. But I mean, that's the alternative. You get 20 minutes. You can't give me an hour. You have to be out immediately. We can go to a bunch of, we can give you like, be as accommodating as possible, so think of that as the 100% given the scenario, or we could be 0. We can't be 50-50. As these things still cycle around me. These fucking pieces of shit. I just hate them. I really do. I hate these people in this place. But that fucking guy, that's too much. You guys are all scumbags. Cowardly, fat scumbags. Your average male around these places. Kendall, Kane, DuPage County, I guess. So like Naperville, Yorkville, Plainfield, Montgomery. I like Oswego. I mean, they've been the best, and Aurora has been the best. But Aurora is like its own thing, even though it's right, like it's like the palm around the fingers around, and the other one, the counts of fingers around that big palm. If not linearly, then conceptually. They're terrible. Oh, caption assumes assessment. It only lets you take 30-minute videos at a time.